Lance going to throw. Got a man, that's Richie James. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Lance, a handoff here to Mostert. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Tackle was made by Joel Iyiegbuniwe. This defense for the Bears, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Faking to give to Mostert. Now Lance. And now he'll fire deep downfield for James. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. 39 yards there, a big one.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
Second and 9. Now Lance. They'll roll him out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Now a play fake. Lance. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Flushed out right. It's caught outright by Graham. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Darnell Mooney, the target there. And it's second down. Fields now to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Now, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
The Bears on the move. They've got another first down. A first carry now. This is Williams. Williams is going to have the first down and a little more. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. First carry now for David Montgomery. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Trey Greenlaw in there on the tackle. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Now a throw here to his running back. Touchdown Bears! Damian Williams, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Santos able to tack on the extra point.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. This is Mostert. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, for an inside linebacker, I think you'd agree when I say that he is fast to the football, and he proved that thesis correct on that last play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
Play action. Now it's Lance. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked up by Garyon Conley. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts,
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. He was pretty good a year ago in college, getting outside of the pocket and making plays, but it's a different story here in the NFL.
Well, in college, when he broke out of the pocket, his receivers often knew what to do in a scramble drill, and defenders weren't quite as adept at that. In the NFL, they work on that as well. They realize once he's out of the pocket, you can knock a receiver down. You can take him out of the play that way. You can make sure you huddle him up and make sure that you have him covered downfield. They do a much better job of it. He's got to learn that the speed has changed on this level.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
2nd down. Here's Mostert again.
Oh, nice move. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Working from the gun, Lance. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Lance now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be caught. Jalen Hurd. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A pickup of 27. And they pick up the 1st down in the process. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Raheem Mostert.
His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. At at the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, and it balances.
He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 29. That was a fantastic job of keeping that play alive. And he had a chance to tuck it. I thought he might.
They work on those situations all the time. This is coached, being able to keep your eyes downfield, keep the play alive, and not automatically run with the football. How about that lesson absorbed, and it turned into a big play.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7.
Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. This one swung out to Montgomery.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Santos with the extra point. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance.
Flush to his right. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. 69 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Now a quick throw as they get it to Ayuk outside.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on first.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
On the move to his left.
He's got Ayuk once again.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
On play action, Lance.
Flushed out right. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Trey Lance
keeping it himself from 10 yards away. And the 49ers have moved out in front. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they'll have a decent amount of time, 55 seconds to work with to try to at least get down into field goal range. On first down, it's Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Fields on first down. Buying time to his left. That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw is Fields. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Lance. Eluding the pressure right. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Lance finding Kittle. First down, San Francisco. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Here's Lance. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tease Tabor. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammate's going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. 2nd and 6.
Let's go. 50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike. Coming for you, son. I'm coming for you.
Here's Fields. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
6 yards to go. Right there, 54, right there, 54.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
A final shot before the break. Fields. Flushed out right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Thomas. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
These two teams currently going over their final halftime adjustments. We are just about set to get back to it in the second half. And for the call, let's go back to Soldier Field and Brandon Guy.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. Back to throw. Fields. It's complete to Robinson.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Squeeze, double.
Looking to throw again on second down. Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a third and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. On the option to give to Williams here. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
At the 46-yard line.
Fields leaving it with Montgomery here on the option. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
Watch the run. Check three.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. A quick throw out wide to Mooney. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Now it's Fields off the bootleg. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Eric Armstead able to record his 5th sack of the season. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Here's Fields. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Montgomery. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Montgomery. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Mike 36. Mike. Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
On 2nd and goal. Fields escaping the pressure right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. So a little extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Fields on the sneak. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down. Running for it, Montgomery. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. So Montgomery denied on 4th and goal. And this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting 1st downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Once again, it's Mostert. Mostert hit, and he drops the ball. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
I know you're looking at the scoreboard clock.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw a defensive end right in his face because He looked up, and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On play action, Fields. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 33-yard line.
A shotgun snap, Fields. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off at about the 31. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Second down, here's Mostert again. Strong run, but they get to him just beyond the 40. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in cap. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the 2nd half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And left side here, it's Graham. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
They'll look to throw. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He's back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Graham. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Justin Fields with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Faking the give to Mostert. Now Lance.
Rolling to his right. And that is incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run here with Mostert. Gets around him, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
To throw, it's Lance.
Eluding the pressure right.
That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Now a play fake. Lance.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance.
He'll buy some time right. He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. And this is going to be caught. He got it. It's a touchdown. And forget overtime. Barring a miracle, they're going to win this thing in regulation.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Dancing to his left. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A gain of 39 that time. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw. And Graham on the ground. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Well, Charles, they were close in the end, but they couldn't get that last play, that last little miracle play done. They were within striking distance, but couldn't find a way to score.
They definitely had hope. They definitely had opportunity. just unable to cash in at the end. Not an easy